Yes. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. By a show of hands, I just want to ask a question. How many people out here agonize over things that haven't happened yet? I see some important people out here. I know you important people make important decisions. How many people agonize over things that haven't happened yet? Well, I'm one of those people also. However, I suffer from hyperhidrosis and I have sickle cell. Because I'm sick of every cell I've been in. My name is Robert Moore, Department Identification number 86B0910. Robert Moore, 90T0195. Robert Moore, 05R055. My name is Mr. Robert Moore, 15A0195. Unfortunately, I'm a 4-time felony offender. But at 54 years old, I have found a freedom that allowed me to transcend the 40-foot walls that contain my body. I made the decision to free my mind. See, over the last 10 years, I adopted and internalized a 5-step decision-making skill. See, the first step is to see the situation clearly. The second step is to know what you want. The third step is to expand all possibilities. The fourth step is to evaluate and decide. And the fifth step is to act. See, when you free your mind, the rest will follow. See, prison for me isn't only the facilities that is used to contain my body. Because for well over the last 30 years, I was my own jailer. Because I was locked up in my own way of thinking. I was locked up by holding on to the values and the principles that were only valuable in prison. See, I think back to a time when I went home. I found myself going to a barber shop because I am considered borderline handsome. You know, just borderline. And while sitting in the barber's chair, I found myself dozing off. But when I woke up, I found myself trying to pay the barber with a pack of cigarettes and postage stamps. See, that type of behavior only happened in the prison barber shops. The insensitive and destructive prison codes of conduct has no place in society. So my locked up way of thinking kept bringing me back over and over and over to where it was accepted, in prison. See, getting out and staying out is getting out of my own way and staying out of my own way. You know, by changing my perception, I can also change my condition. See, I worked at a place on Long Island called Jayco Electronics. And I was like usually the first one to work and the last one to leave. You know, and after a while, I came into work one morning and I found out that I was terminated. I was being replaced by younger technicians. See, I guess they was a little faster than me. Back to the old drawing board, they wasn't as handsome as I was. See, this could have been looked at in 2 or 3 different ways. It could have been looked at as a major loss, or it could have been looked at as the beginning of something better. Shortly thereafter, I landed a job in Queens. I was the one that was responsible for assembling the dual monitor computers that was used by Bloomberg. See, it all goes back to the way we perceive things. It's like a bow and arrow. In order for a bow to be propelled, the bow must be pulled back and then released. See, that's what I'm fashioning my life today toward. Like the bow and arrow. I'm turning my setbacks into major comebacks. See, to me, getting out is freeing my way of thinking. Through education and increasing the possibilities of making good on the promise that I made myself, that I would not leave this place with the same way of thinking that brought me here. You know, life isn't a joke and life isn't a game. But we used to play a game when I was growing up called kickball. And in the game of kickball, the pitcher would roll you the ball as many chances it took for you to get that perfect kick. Those chances was called do-overs. We don't have that many do-overs in life today. But I create my own do-overs through education and positive reaffirmation that I know I'm somebody, that today is my time to shine, and that this is not the end of my story. I want to thank all my alumni for Hudson Link, and I want to thank the individuals who orchestrated Hudson Link, because I'm working toward a bachelor's degree today, right? I'm working toward a bachelor's degree in behavior science because I want to know more about me. and about my own behaviors. You know, staying out is staying out of my own way and allowing myself a chance to advance. No longer sitting around wasting valuable time. See, Muhammad Ali once said that if a man at 50 years old had the same perception that he had when he was 20 years old, he has wasted 30 years. See, I don't sit around counting time. Today, I make my time count. I would like to take a special thank my professor, Gary Gordon, who's my math teacher. He's teaching me probabilities and statistics. There you go. He told me, listen, he told me don't put him on the spot. You know, I would like to also thank Professor Mickey Shaw and Ann Rice and all the other wonderful professors that put their heart into teaching an individual like me that this is not the end of my story. He's teaching me how the stock market works and how to dot plot massive data. Also, he's teaching me how to calculate my wins or loss ratio in the casino. You see, I'm not a gambling man, but I'd bet anybody out there that a free mind would equal a free man. Thank you very much.